I'll talk a little bit about stars, and there are two ways we're going to explore these. One is to construct the points around a circle with a compass and straight edge, being quite careful, and then the other is some loose experimenting, and that's what I'm going to do now. And the idea is to get you thinking about different polygons and their stars. So, for example, if you have, say, 8 points around a circle, and so I'm just estimating where these 8 points go. I'm not constructing them. Now, there are a couple ways that you can connect these. If you connect these in order, you would get an octagon, right? So if you go around the circle, and it's not a regular octagon because I estimated where the points went. So this is an 8-sided figure. That's not regular. The sides aren't all the same. So this is an irregular octagon. Now, what else could I do with this? Well, I could instead I could connect every other point. Right? I could say start here and skip a point, connecting the every second point. And so, well, what's that going to give me? If I skip every other point, in 8 points, I'll connect 4 of them, and I'll get, it's not quite a square. It would be a square if there were a regular octagon here. And then I have 4 more points, and so I could connect them together. And so this is an 8-pointed star. This is one possible 8-pointed star you can get. It's a pair of squares. There's another 8-pointed star you can get, though. This isn't the only one. Let's find another color here. What if instead of connecting every second point, I connected every third instead? 3 doesn't go into 8 evenly, so it's not going to close in on itself. So 3, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So the idea of not having to construct these points so we can experiment more quickly. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And notice I'm always going the same direction. I'm going clockwise around the circle. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And there we go. So these pink lines here are another 8-pointed star. So this is an 8-pointed star, and then so are the green lines here. This is an 8-pointed star. And this was every second, and this is every third. Now, what about every fourth? Could I do every fourth? That is, if I started here, could I connect every fourth? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, I'm just opposite. 1, 2, 3, 4, opposite. So I would just go back and forth. So I can't do that. So there's one example. Let's do another example. Sharpie bleeds through. So if I were to make another circle, and this time, let's put another bunch of points on the circle. Say something like 11 points on a circle. So I might say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Roughly distributed points. Now, 11 doesn't have any numbers that go into it evenly. So I'm going to get lots of options here. every other point, so every point would give me an 11-gon. Every second point will give me a star. Every third point is going to give me a star. Every fourth point is going to give me a star. And every fifth point is going to give me a star. Not every sixth point, because every sixth point is like every 5 point. Right, so if I were to start here and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's like going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in the opposite direction. So the 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or whatever, they'll just repeat. So this gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 possible stars for the 11-gon. Let's just do maybe one of them, maybe this one, just to illustrate. So 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now if this were 12 points, this would close in on itself and make a square. But we don't quite. 1, 2, 3. The line doesn't quite match up. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And you will find in some cultures, 1, 2, 3, that they pick stars of a certain number, 1, 2, 3, to represent things. If there's a special number in that culture, you might see that appearing in stars. 1, 2, 3, more than other numbers. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, and here we go. Here's the end of it. So here's one possible 11-pointed star. And there are others. So think about what makes a star interesting, how many stars you would have. Do some experiments. This is very easy to do. Just make a circle, put some points around it, and then connect them in different ways, and see what you find.